This is your daily briefing, and you're most welcome to it. There isn't much to share with you. There have been some, I have to say, I know some people perceive it as just sort of stone throwing or whatever, but there's been some appalling stuff churned out in the last sort of 48 hours since the transfer window closed. The club reveals a player's shirt number and so forth. Just basic stuff. It's like I hear a knock at the door, I open the door, and the postman reveals he has a letter for me. No, he's just delivering mail. And in that, in that vein, I'll share with you. Matt Law's done a piece for the Telegraph, which I find curious, and nothing personal. This is just business. But this shows an immense unworldliness, a lack of experience. So he's penned a piece for the Telegraph outlining the internal upheaval at Tottenham, and goes on to a meandering sort of list of people that have sort of been fired out of a cannon or resigned or left, in recent months. I would describe this straightforwardly as the natural churn of personnel that a large business would have. And I have been in businesses where, you have these sort of faithful old retainers who've been there for over a decade. And this was the point that the law was making, that, this added up to a century of experience or something. And more often than not, in my experience, that these people who've been lurking, they tend to be of questionable value, and you have to wonder how vital and excited the open market space elsewhere would be to receive them. And I worked at one business, and the only people who'd been there for a phenomenally long time were members of the family that owned the business, and very few of them would have survived in the outside world. I take a view that Levy has hit a point, the board, who we try to kid, that Daniel Levy's hit a point whereby things have kind of settled down a little bit. He got past the demolishing White Hart Lane, got past the building the soul harvesting device, and are now beyond, hopefully, the whole sort of pandemic business, and just a natural progression that when things have kind of settled down, that one would attend to stuff that maybe one had put off for a while, and keeping a business fresh. That's what it's all about. And as I finish my notes here, and if firing Paul Coit out of a cannon is upheaval, then can someone swing a wrecking ball through my front window, please? An interesting thing that has emerged in the aftermath of all the trading comes from L'Equipe in France, who are 99% of the time absolutely spot on. And there was an awful lot of white noise, and some of it got very nasty indeed, aimed at Donkey Dombele before he left this parish. But it's been genuinely revealed, you see what I did there, inadvertently, that Vincent Poisson, the director of football at Lyon, that Tanguy made up the difference in the wages, that the club, the French Ligue 1 side, could only accommodate so much of Tanguy's salary, that the 25-year-old took a pay cut. And, that he made up the supplement, as Poisson refers to it, and the shortfall. So maybe, just maybe, Ndombele is preparing himself to take more responsibility for his own actions, which would be great. I mean, small steps. And anybody who just sort of rolls their eyes and goes, well, after all these... Yeah, he was an absolute washout, total disappointment. But, did he quite hit the Emmanuel Adebayor stakes? I don't think so. So I wish him well. And if he can sort himself out... he still has a contract with Tottenham, and maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it isn't the front of an oncoming train. So that's it, short and sweet. But good luck. Keep it Tottenham.